Hi, Gabe. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Have you been having a good day?
Yes.
Yeah? Why don't you tell me something good that's happened today?
I've sold 20 items.
That is great. That will be great for your sales this week.
Yeah.
Hey, well, this is your 6-month performance review. As you probably know, it's customary at our company that whenever you come off of your probationary period, that you have a performance evaluation. And this is not a time for you to be nervous. You don't need to be scared. We're just going to touch base and talk about some areas that you've been doing really well on, maybe some areas that you can improve on, and then we'll name a few goals that you can work on in the next few months until your next performance evaluation. So before I tell you the things that I've seen you doing really well, why don't you tell me some things that you think you've been doing well?
I think I've been doing well on selling items, just talking to customers, and checking in and out on a good time.
Okay, yeah. I have seen the same things. In fact, your phone log on time is above average, which is really impressive for a telemarketer who's only been working here for 6 months. So that's been really good. And then also, I've also noticed that your sales have been really good. Every telemarketer is given a sales quota that they need to meet, and there are certain guidelines that they have to be within, and you are well within those guidelines every month. So you've been doing a great job on your sales. And then just like you said, checking in and out on time and your attendance. In the last 6 months, you've only missed one day, and that is an example to all the other telemarketers and really shows me your work ethic. So we've been really glad to see how strong you are in those areas. Some of the effects of just the areas that you've been doing really well on is that the more phone log on time you have, the better sales you have. The phone log on time directly affects your sales quotas, and so the more time you spend on the phone, the higher your sales will be. So that's been really good. And then whenever we have our whole team of telemarketers here, it really builds team cohesiveness and makes for a better work environment. So keep up the good work. You've been doing a great job. I have seen some areas that I would maybe like to see you work on, but before I tell you the areas I've seen, why don't you tell me some areas where you think you could maybe do a little bit better?
I don't think I could do any better. I think I'm just good doing what I've been doing.
Okay, well, you have been doing really great in a lot of areas, but there are a couple things that I would like to talk to you about. First of all, it seems like I'm hearing a lot of complaining. So I feel like you've had kind of a negative attitude and it started to affect the whole work environment. In fact, just the other day, whenever you were on your 15-minute break, I heard you complain the entire 15 minutes about the water fountain and the snack machine. So I really was disappointed to see that you spent your whole 15-minute break just complaining, and that's it. So do you have anything to say about that? Do you remember that instance that I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. And can you tell me what was wrong with the snack machine?
I tried to buy Skittles and it wouldn't give me my Skittles. So.
So you're really upset about it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, also I've noticed that you have been putting a suggestion, which has really turned into kind of a complaint, in the suggestion box every single day last month. So I got 31 suggestions in the suggestion box from you for the month of August. So I have noticed that you've begun to use the suggestion box as more of a complaint box. And I've also observed that some of your complaining you've started to talk to the other employees about it. So sometimes whenever you're getting coffee or you just come in the morning, instead of having a positive, uplifting attitude, I've noticed you complaining to the other employees, which is causing them to complain. And it's kind of having a ripple effect. And I feel like the office has maybe felt a little bit gloomy and the morale of the staff has been lowered because of that. So some of the effects of these negative behaviors is that whenever you continually put suggestions or complaints in the suggestion box without any kind of solution to the problem, what you're becoming is a problem identifier, but you're not becoming a problem solver. So we're going to talk in just a few minutes about how we can work on that. Also, I do believe that some of the complaining that you've been doing has lowered the morale of the entire staff and created a negative environment in the office. Can you talk to me about maybe why, or give me some reasons why you think that you've been doing really, really well at your job? So why are you so unhappy?
I think I'm unhappy because I don't get enough sleep at night and I'm just always awake just doing something.
So you're not getting enough rest at night and you think it's affecting your work?
Yeah.
Is there any way for you to solve that problem? Is there anything that you can do?
Go to sleep earlier.
Yeah. Well, it is really important to get your rest and so that you can be ready for the work day. And if it is starting to affect your work, then maybe you can find a way that you can start sleeping more at home so that you can come to work with a more positive attitude. That would be great. I'm not sure if you remember getting the company handbook whenever you were hired, but the company handbook states that we want all employees to have a safe and positive work environment where they will stay motivated to perform at their optimum levels. And so with that being said, I want you to know that I can't afford to keep allowing your negative attitude to affect the entire team in the way that it is. So I really want to talk about how we can make some changes to that. So you talked about getting more sleep. Do you have any other suggestions for solving solving some of these problems?
Get a more comfortable bed so my back doesn't hurt.
That would get you more sleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have written down a few suggestions that would hopefully bring some resolution to some of these problems. So first of all, what I'd like to do is I would like to meet every 2 weeks with you to go over your questions and complaints. So what I'd like to do, instead of you complaining to the other employees or putting a suggestion in the suggestion box, I'd like you to just write it down or maybe put it in your computer in a Word document, just some of the complaints or the suggestions that you have, and then we will meet every 2 weeks for about 30 minutes. It'll be a quick meeting and we can just go over them together. And then that way you feel like I'm hearing you and I'm hearing what you are having trouble with in the office, but you're not feeling like you need to complain to the other employees. I would also like to suggest that whenever you do want to put a suggestion or make a suggestion or a complaint about something that you feel needs to be changed, that you will also have a proposed solution to that problem. So that will make sure that you are becoming a problem solver and thinking about how to solve the problem and not just identifying the problem. And lastly, I would like you to try to say one positive or uplifting comment to each staff member at least one time per week. What do you think about those suggestions? Do you think they'll work?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Okay, good. Well, first of all, Gabe, I want you to know that we consider you a valuable employee. We are so glad to have you on our team. You've been doing a great job. We have talked about some things that are your strong areas and also some things that you can improve on. So now we're going to talk about some goals for next year. Do you have any goals that you would like to accomplish in the next year before your next performance evaluation?
Not really.
Okay. Well, these are some things that I would like to suggest. First of all, I would like you to attend a conference or a training seminar on either problem solving, positive thinking, or team building. And then I would like you to help me organize a team building exercise for the next staff meeting. We're going to have a staff meeting in 2 months, and I would like it if you would help me organize the team building exercise for that meeting. And then lastly, like we had already talked about, I would like to suggest that whenever you do have a suggestion or a complaint, that you also propose a solution to the problem. So let's talk about kind of what our next steps are in order for you to accomplish those goals. I would like to meet with you in 4 weeks, and we're going to just talk about your progress with problem solving and also if I've seen any improvement on the complaining and kind of your negative attitude. So we'll meet back in 4 weeks to discuss that. And then what I'd like you to begin doing is researching a conference or a training seminar that you would like to attend. It needs to be on one of the subjects that we talked about, problem solving, positive